So we're going to do what the stories are front, back pages of the newspapers, and then we'll start with the daily graphic. We know what is expected to dominate front page. Do we have Donald Trump? But more importantly, our
we
candidate?
have Donald Trump, yes.
Oh, you are?
Of course, he's president-elect. So his... All right, that's him. Trump stands well, stocks fall, currencies tumble as his victory defies polls. And we know that there are some pockets of protests in the U.S., also because, you know, he's president-elect. But who caused some? But the Daily Graphic doing a really good job this morning. So this is it, and we're going to give you a close-up shot so you can appreciate it. So these are the parties and their numbers on the front page of the Daily Graphic. CPP is number one. How are they going to sell themselves with the number one? Is it going to be a Sroho? Number two is Nana Konadu Ajiman Rawlins. John Dramani Mahama, president, is number three. Number four is Papa Kwesi Indum. Nana Dodankwa Akufo-Addo is number five. And Dr. Edward Mahama is number six. And we've got the independent candidate, Jacob Osei-Abua, who is our guest later on here on the show, also number seven. But we know that the NDC and the NPP has retained these numbers even on their parliamentary ballot paper as well, Roland, correct? Yeah. So the headline reads, race to Flagstaff House, 7 on ballot after EC cleared 3 more. PRC blames power companies for outages. But we know Ekwe is not. She's been disqualified again for the second time. Mr. Hassan Ayariga has also been disqualified for the second time. We'll see if they will head to courts today. We'll tell you what happens. Back page of the Daily Graphic. SADA signs MOU with E&I for production of solar energy in northern region. That's the big story on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. That's it for the paper, Roland. Okay, so we have the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Hannah Tete and Makin to retain seats, and Hannah Tete is for Eutu Senior, and we have a Futu being Afenyo Marking. That is the Daily Dispatch continuing with its predictions for which
election.
Means George Anda would lose according to this.
I think indirectly, yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Yeah. If Nana can't take care of Etiko, why give him a new boss, President Mahama?
Which one is the Tiko?
I don't know. And then, so we have the candidate here, as they will appear.
Oh, the Tiko would be the party, I guess.
Well, perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, because the party is definitely smaller than the nation, the country as a whole. Roland, I said I was done with the graphic, but not
apparently
really.
You were not.
This story about the PRC blaming power companies for the outages, you know, and I have been experiencing it, power going off a lot of the times, though it comes back different times. They don't warn you or tell you anything. The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission has reprimanded the power utility companies. What does reprimanded means, Roland? Look for the meaning of that for me.
So reprimand.
The power utility companies for failing to adequately address unplanned power outage. Like, what does that mean?
To caution, kind of caution.
Yeah, like, what does that mean? Seriously? Okay, let me see what form it took. Not satisfied with the situation, the PRC called an emergency meeting with representatives of the Ghana Grid Company and the Electricity Company of Ghana in Accra last Tuesday for them to clarify issues concerning power outages and the measures to address them. Representatives of Senate's Power Company Limited and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company were also in attendance. So I guess this is where the caution was given, but what does it mean to us? I mean, if they don't give us notice,
warning,
and they what kind of, like, and it's still happening, what does it mean? What does it mean? I can't take far on this one. Okay, so you can take a read at the rest of it.
Caution.
Yeah.
An expression of disapproval. Fred has gone
I don't want to read anything that...
Fred is holding a dictionary. So he said
I don't want to read anything that it
disapproval.
says reprimanded or caution or warned. Like, what does that mean? Yeah.
Has expressed disapproval.
I refuse to understand it.
I can't think far. Now let's go to the Ghanaian Times front page. Thumbs up. Okay, Donald Trump is a red tie.
I posted on Facebook yesterday that
Donald Trump's victory
on the world
Ghanaians
stage,
say, yeah.
a reality TV show.
Yeah, because his campaigning, Charlie, some of the things you were saying. He said Africans, they've been taken over, and they're bad, and their leaders are corrupt, especially the Nigerians. We have to make them go back.
Yeah. My reality TV show is running for 48 months. In the end, somebody will be fired or hired.
I see. Apprentice Ghana. We have EC approves 3 and access Ayariga, Ikriadonko, etc. Ayariga will go to court. Supreme Court rebukes ECA. Forgot. Good morning to you. I know you watch the show very well, so good morning to you, Dr.
Good morning to who?
Dr. Ayariga.
Yeah. Did I say he sent me a message?
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
He called me too.
But I'm surprised he's not on the ballot paper.
Strangling, man charged with raping, strangling. Mamavi, you want shush. I need to give you sushi this morning. You need to eat sushi.
Well, he said he should keep me in check?
No, he did not.
Yeah.
We have to say our condolences go to the family of Coach Emmanuel Kwesi Afrani. And apparently he died in a road crash. He died on the Bunsu Road when the ambulance transferring him to the Confanato Teaching Hospital was involved in a fatal accident.
Yeah, that's really
he had
sad.
had, I think,
stroke?
A stroke?
Yeah.
He had a...
But it's very sad. I was monitoring what people were saying yesterday. And, you know, he's done so well. I mean, that's a statesman right there. He's contributed his quota to the entire country.
Yes.
And people were wondering why a chopper couldn't carry him from Kolebu to Kumasi, because that's possible. A helicopter could have carried him instead of do the road trip.
He was being taken from where to where?
From Kolebu here in Accra to Kumasi.
Why?
By road.
Why?
And he was in an ambulance because, you know, he was still recovering. And it's a shame. It's a shame. I saw the ambulance yesterday. It's really terrible. Like, I don't know, it doesn't speak well of us as a nation, because somebody like him shouldn't be ill and be transported to a long distance place like Kumasi in the way that they did.
Over 3 hours.
Yeah, that's totally wrong. Totally wrong. I mean, we're not saying that a helicopter couldn't have been involved in an accident, but I think that it would have been a better alternative, considering the fact that, I mean, he's not like an ordinary person like you and I.
Yeah. You and I, we are so ordinary.
Yeah. Nobody will give us a state burial or anything.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Unless we become politicians. Let's contest next 2012.
I'll go to Anglo constituency. Okay, if I get a lot of people pushing for me to stand,
I'll go to Ashama.
You go to Ashama, okay.
Or Tema West.
Anglo constituency.
Tema West. Carlos Ahinkra is currently and then they have Natoshi.
Yeah.
I think there's one James Enu also for the NDC.
But I'll go as independent.
No.
I'll go as independent.
I have to contest on one of the parties, MPP or NDC. You cannot PPP or the other ones.
You know, my grandmother.
It has to be a party.
My grandmother in Angloga is such a big deal. Good morning to Mrs. Victoria Nyomi. I mean, the family. She's alive? She's alive. The family is big and huge, so my family can vote for me and I'll be MP for Anglo.
I see. Good luck to you. Let me do this one.
Yeah.
Daily Guide, EC OK's 7 drops 8 for presidential race. We have NDC boys on rampage at Odododio. And then we have Trump drowns Clinton. And you have how they stand on the ballot sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Roland.
Yes, sure.
Let's do the Business and Financial Times, the BNFT. Debts pledges hits 5.4 billion Ghana cedis. Banks crave more loan restructuring deals. Courier industry nags regulator over illegal operators. A bit of that. It says courier industry operators have asked the Postal and Courier Services Regulatory Commission to up its game and rid the system of faceless operators who are taking business away from legitimate operators. Here's a quote. Our very survival is at stake. These people, illegal operators, are far more than us, a representative of one of the registered courier services said during a consultative meeting organized by the commission to listen to concerns of operators. You know, Roland, people are being very creative, means of making money or, you know, creating jobs for themselves. There are these motorbike riders who, they're dispatch riders, but they also offer courier services, but they are not registered. I guess mainly this cry from those who are registered will be over a lot of these guys. And I mean, I have 3. 1, 2, 3. If I call one and the person is not ready, I call the next person. I'll call the other person. Nobody even goes to, unless your package is going outside Accra, or maybe outside the country. Yeah.
I see. Insider. Business Finder, we have Bank of Ghana and the IMF pressure to address weaknesses in Ghana's banking sector, reduce tax burden, AGI, ICU cry out, and you have the market summary, interest rates, consumer price inflation, macroeconomic targets, Ghana Stock Exchange, trading figures and currency, performance of the commodities by the Ghana cedi, and then we have the other commodity pricing variables. Regional Electricity Authority ready 2017, we're also told. Those are the things we have. Front page of the Business Finder. Mavi, you have some messages you want to read before we look at the online portal?
This message, and I think it's a good message. Mama V and Roland, why didn't you show some of the ladies that spoke to Joy News about George Anders' behavior towards women, but rather brought George's picture? Okay, so Abraham from Lambon, I want to address that. Apologies for that, because I know that you're all expecting that. So we're going to bring back that story later on the show for you, a complete version of that. And then, you know, we all can have our say. Thanks for the feedback, though. Yeah?
Thanks for the feedback. I think we love that. It means that you're watching with rapt attention. We have God chose Trump to check America's eroding Christian values. Ghanaian author. Okay, good he's not a prophet, though. And then we have not our president. Anti-Trump protests rock U.S.
You can protest all you like.
On a new president.
Or you can relocate.
NDC stole from you. Take gifts when they bring them, Baumia. And then we have meet Trump's cabinet in waiting. In doom, Kunedu in, Ayariga others out. EC trims list to 7. If NDC founder is not campaigning for them, something must be wrong, Mrs. Rawlings suggests.
Did you listen to her yesterday on Newsnight on Joy FM?
No, I didn't.
It was interesting. That's when she said this.
Oh,
the question was, is Mr. Rawlings going to be campaigning with her?
Then
and that was a response.
You said what?
That was a response.
No, but then she didn't say whether the husband will campaign for her.
Exactly. She's a very experienced politician. What were you thinking? Then I think the question she asked in turn was, what is Mr. Rawlings in the NDC? He's the founder.
So typical Ghanaian, she answered the question with a question.
She's smart.
Okay, you call it smart.
Yeah.
Notice of poll, NDC, MPP retain positions on presidential parliamentary ballots. Oh, okay. It's the last time around. They still maintain the presidential candidate.
Yes. That's the good thing. So that's what I said. That's
what you're telling me, 3.
Yes. So 3 for President Mahama.
I remember the last time GN had 3 on his shirts.
Yeah, 3 for President Mahama and 3 for us in the previous election. But this time around, I think it's even easier because, you know, the parliamentary balloting was done earlier and they had different numbers. But coincidentally, and I think fortunately, they retained the same number. So 3 for parliamentary, 3 for presidential, same as the NPP.
I see.
And here's a message, Roland, in relation to this. Good morning, Roland. If position 3 means John 3:16, then hooray, Mahama will join his father wherever he may be, I guess. Whatever that means.
For God so loved, because his father loves him, so he'll go to his father.
Oh, how? Is that what it means?
Well, I come. Anyway, so we go to City FM Online. Mama V, let's do City FM Online.
You didn't want to do Obama speaking on Trump. I think there's a video. Probably we'll have to open that up later on. Obama speaking for the first time on. Oh,
we can always set that one and play later.
So my appearance on ballot victory for rule of law, Nana Kunedu saying there, because you know she was initially disqualified. Be innovative. Don't sit and wait for job opportunities. Kufuor saying.
Do you know that if a certain president has said this, they'll be fire?
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
but I mean, it's true.
Ballots,
it's true. You have to be innovative.
Yeah, you have to. Presidential ballots, NDC, NPP pick number 3 and 5. Indum, 2 others cleared to contest 2016 presidential election. So there are a lot more stories on the websites that you can check out. Oh, MPP supporters arrested over Ododo clashes.
And those are the supporters.
Yeah. So this is Neelante van der Poy, our own Neelante van der Poy's constituency. And the NPP's
It's one of the flashpoints that Daily Dispatch has been saying.
The MPP's candidate. And his name is Neelante as well.
Neelante
I think it's
Bannerman.
Neelante Bannerman, yes. And there were
They're usually
allegations.
related in that area, or every time.
There were allegations. Neelante Bannerman, for instance, alleged that Neelante van der Poy stopped him, yesterday was Wednesday, yeah? Morning of yesterday, crossed him and got out of his car and punched him twice.
Himself?
Himself.
Neelante
That's the
was strong enough to do that.
That's the allegation. So, you know.
Can we give them a hearing on the show? I think we should. If we can get their numbers, that'll be fine.
Yeah, but right now, this issue is with the police. They're trying to resolve it.
But it's
somehow.
not in court, it's with the police, so we'll try.
Yeah. I'm not saying that we can't have them because of that. No, not at all. I'm just updating you on where the case is.
Okay. All right, so which one is this? BBC. Okay. Well, Marvin, keep reading.
So Trump told to emulate Mandela as Nobel
How?
laureate expresses fears. Okay, Liberia's, no, what's that? Oh, okay, so these are the highlights.
And then,
you know, TB Joshua's...
yes, it's down there.
Oh, TB Joshua deletes Clinton win prophecy. An online prediction by a Nigerian evangelist of a woman winning the U.S. election is removed.
Even in Ghana,
But
Osu Bempa.
I heard he got his prediction.
Prophet
not
Osu
prediction.
Bempa. Prophet Osu Bempa said that Clinton is the one who's supposed to win.
Yeah.
But if Donald Trump works hard, he will win.
And
it wasn't.
That's what I heard. I don't know. I don't know.
That's like.
But isn't that what has happened?
That's like putting your eye in two bottles.
Well, I would have been.
Because saying that, you know, for example, you know the thing about Nanado and all that. The prophets who keep predicting, they say it's for Nanado. But physical things could manifest for it to.
Listen, I would have been equally critical.
So Nanado is supposed to win, but physical things will manifest. And if those physical things, that's why they need to pray against so that those physical things don't manifest.
But listen, I was just going to say that I would have been equally critical.
I love our prophets, man. I love our prophets.
The point is, even the polls put Clinton ahead.
Yeah.
And if you watch CNN,
so it was logical. And if you're a prophet you were predicting, who would you have predicted? When the polls are all saying that.
Roland, be careful. Be careful.
But we have one prophet who doesn't
be careful.
Who doesn't prophesy.
I'm just saying be careful.
Fred Potofi. He's a prophet, but he's never predicted anything behind the console. He's our director, Fred Potofi. He's a prophet.
Pastor.
Yeah.
He hasn't prophesied.
He's never seen anything or anybody. Forgive. Ali producer has a problem. I'm wishing that you see. He's not seeing. Even me, as I'm sitting, I have a problem. He couldn't predict.
Roland, can I read messages?
You know, last Wednesday.
Let me read messages.
Fred couldn't predict that I would be robbed. He couldn't predict. Fred Potofi, a prophet.
Let's read messages on 056800,000. MPP position 5. How will they sell themselves? Hashtag Nana 5-star from Copy.
A friend of mine sent me. I showed you something today. A friend of mine sent me.
Yeah. Okay. This is Osei Isaac in Pokuase. All right. This is it, Roland. This is what you showed me, and Osei Isaac, who's watching the show from Pokuase, has also sent me.
Okay. Can we have this?
Can we have this, please? Okay. So this
Can we have a close up of this?
This is apparently how the campaign is going with the high five. So high five for change. NPP, Nanado and parliamentary. All right. There you have it.
High five.
This is the campaign, though.
Then this one hasn't come. It'll come with some graphics right now.
I told you about
high five for change.
The third John.
Nanado
John 3.
and NPP parliamentary. Wow.
Hey, Asemo. People are being creative. This came yesterday evening.
Change is coming.
Okay, so if you know how they can play with the numbers, if you can equally get creative, let us know.
And you know the 3-1. God the Father, God the Son.
Yeah, the John 3. John 3, man. John 3.
Trinity.
Okay. This one says, my party, the NDC, is number 3, meaning John 3:16. Tony from Bolga. So I told you John 3:16. Hassan Suhini in Tamale says, if parties will be pardoned to make corrections to their nomination forms, which they failed and resubmitted to EC, then I suggest all those who fail in BC or WASI, the court should give them a chance to get back their papers to make corrections, because all mistakes are mistakes.
But we're talking about law. It's what stated.
He's talking about law too.
He's talking about what should be ideal.
Okay. Numbers does not give votes. Let's all vote for Jumarua. Okay, I guess it's like a Jumarua, so that our lives will change. PPP all the way. That's from Rafik Korea from Tamale, watching the show from there. All right, more messages on our platform. Okay, here's one. John Akugri in Debugri from Boko. I'm not sure what them. Oh, okay, cool. Roland.
All right. You have more?
I have more, but you're stopping me. So.
Yes. We have to do sports because Benedict also is ready with some sports highlights.
Let me just acknowledge, a lot of people are sending graphics of, you know, the 3 and the 5 and the other ones. I don't know if we'll have time to share that with you, but thank you for sending.